intrinsic motivation, how to get the best from your people. And one of the things we need to do is educate our leaders about the difference between intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. And I talked yesterday about Daniel Pink's book, Drive, released in 2009, that said we really need to appeal to people's intrinsic motivators, which include autonomy, mastery and purpose. That's what will truly get high-performing teams. And yet research is showing that many organisations, many managers are still relying on the traditional incentives of pay and bonuses, and they are very short-lived. So let's educate what extrinsic and intrinsic means. So intrinsic is appealing to my inner needs, my inner desires, the need for me to own my work, to feel that what I do is valued and I have a sense of purpose and I have a desire to improve, to grow and develop. You appeal to them and you'll get the best out of me that you can. Whilst I do need a decent pay and maybe bonuses because I want a decent standard of living, the intrinsic motivators are what really make the difference. And leaders need to know what the benefits are. So people will lean in, not check out. It enhances people's well-being. You make me feel good, I'm going to feel better. The motivation lasts longer than using extrinsic. Employees, it feels enjoyable, it's not forced, you're not being monitored to do something. It makes people more resilient, it improves relationships. And I've listed a whole lot of benefits in this week's newsletter, which is what I'm referring to right now, to say why we need to do it. So leaders must recognise how their behaviours either align with intrinsic or extrinsic motivators. So if leaders are going to give people autonomy and appeal to that intrinsic motivator, they can't micromanage. They can't lead by command and control. They need to empower people. They need to trust them. They need to let them get on with the job and do it in their way. They need to provide opportunities for growth and development and open career doors to people to fill the intrinsic motivation of mastery. And they need to make sure that the goals that are setting individuals align with team goals and the bigger organisation goals, so people have a sense of purpose. They also need to make sure that people feel valued and that what they do is part of the bigger picture and they are a contributor to that picture. There's lots that leaders can do to appeal to those intrinsic motivators, but be careful of those extrinsic ones that have the wrong effects. So I'm just going to read Wells Fargo in 2013. Many of you will know about this. In South Carolina, employees engaged in aggressive tactics to meet their daily cross-selling targets because that was the incentive they had. They opened new accounts and issued debit or credit cards without customers' knowledge or consent. And in Daniel Pink's book Drive, he quotes other examples. Ford, so intent on producing a certain car of a certain weight at a certain price by a certain date that it omits safety checks and unleashes the dangerous Ford Pinto. So extrinsic motivators can drive the wrong behaviours.